Good evening, my friends. We are live. This is Live Free or Die, and I'm your host, King Eli. Today is July 6th in the year of our Lord 2013, Saturday, where you can watch me every Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on the Manhattan Neighborhood Network, mnn.org. All right, and here we cover the alternative news. No news like you will hear on the mainstream scumbag affiliates like Fox, NBC, you know. Anyway, with that, let's get started. We're going to go with my first article right here. And this is going to be from Infowars.com. I'm going to show you the article and a bunch of photos. The title of this article is called North Carolina National Guard Rapid Reaction Force Civil Unrest Training Photos. And here you see the, basically, they're acclimating us for the military to be hitting the streets sometime soon. And here they're doing a drill or an exercise where they're fighting this group called the Pink Panthers, no less. I don't know why they would be called the Pink Panthers, but anyway. Maybe the Black Panthers, or maybe some Tea Party guys. They are definitely training for civil unrest in this country. And as you can see through these photos, the North Carolina National Guard is prepared. During a rapid reaction force exercise, the Franklin Water Treatment Plant on June 13th. This exercise took place. Also in Charlotte, North Carolina. It took place as well. So they basically, with the Boston bombing and everything else, want to acclimate you to the presence of military being on the street, even though it's a violation of the Posse Comitatus Act. And also, what our forefathers said, Thomas Jefferson, we should not have a standing army in our nation, occupying our nation, only to defend our nation, not to occupy its own streets. That's why we have sheriffs and constables and the police department. But they're basically trying to militarize our local police forces, and through NATO and the United Nations, they are truly trying to take over our country. And it's okay for these guys to walk around with AK-47s and the police. But when the people, like Obama said, when the people should want to walk around with an AK-47, then they should not do that because, we have no Second Amendment. But yeah, that's there you go. Getting acclimated there. Mr. Obama, he's a tyrant. As a matter of fact, I retrieved somebody from Africa. When Obama went to Africa 7 years ago, I found his illegitimate son, Obama Jr. He had sex with a black woman out there. Hey, come on in. Let's bring in Obama Jr. Say hello, Obama Jr.
Hello.
Are you glad to be in America, son, Obama son?
Yes.
All right. And what do you think about your father, Obama?
Well, he's a scumbag.
You think your father's a scumbag? Why is that? Because he didn't bring you into the country and I had to? What do you want your father, Obama, to uphold and defend?
I want him to uphold and defend the Constitution.
That's right. And restore the Constitution. That's right. All right, before you go, little Obama, what is the answer to 1984?
1776.
That's right. All right. We'll let little Obama Jr. take a break. That's his first little appearance there. And there you go. Mr. Obama, your secret is out. We found your son in Africa. I'm joking, of course, people. Come on. But you got to have a little fun. Because these tyrants are running wild. So why not joke around a little, We'll have little Obama Jr. on later in the show. But for now, let's go to our next article that I have up. I'm going to show those the next article, Mr. Drew, sir, with the photos. Which one was that? Militarized police gone wild across America, terrorizing citizens, shooting pet dogs, behaving like occupying military force. This comes from Mike Adams at naturalnews.com. And if you just scroll down, and if you could just see those pictures on the right with the pregnant woman, and if we could just move that over so the people could see that these are actual targets that the Department of Homeland Security has ordered. And these are targets that they are shooting at. Why are they shooting at a little boy with a gun, grandma with a gun, a pregnant woman with a gun, grandpa with a gun, little girls with a gun? Why are they practicing shooting at these targets? All right, we'll just move on to the middle of the article and scroll down a little more so we can show the rest of the pictures. If we can get it on the 4x3 so everybody can see. And beautiful, scroll down a little more. As you can see, this is a map here. And if you notice, there's a lot of blue and pink. Now, the blue and the pink areas are the raids where they did the military-style police raids on innocent civilians. Yes, the blue and the pink ones were raids that were conducted on innocent civilians. No charges were filed, and they were basically let go without any charges done. And basically their Fourth Amendment was duly violated on this great land of America that we call the United States. Any more photos? I believe there may be some more if we just scroll down here. I believe this is Boston. You know, the whole Boston thing was a farce. The CIA and the FBI set that up. And that was a beta test to acclimate us to military being on the street. So, they went door to door, pulling people out of their houses without a warrant. And this is what they want. This is what they're going to do. So, what we need to do is stand up as a people and tell them basically no. No, and here the California police shoots a man's Rottweiler dead for simply filming them. He was filming them while they were out on a job. He was doing his American duty as a citizen, pulled out his camera phone, started filming them, and what did they do? They shoot his poor little Rottweiler. You can watch that video at Infowars.com. What a shame, what a travesty. All right, moving on to my next article. Before that, why don't we take some phone calls? The number is 212-245-7273. We are live. It is the 6th of July. We just had Independence Day. Let's not forget our forefathers and why we celebrate and why we shoot celebratory gunfire in the air and blow up firecrackers and stuff like that, because this is what the forefathers and John Adams actually stated in their writings. They said every 4th should be met with cannon fodder and gunfire and celebrations all around the nation, for we have squashed tyranny and the king. Anyway, moving on to my next article off my tablet here. InfoWars graphic. NSA is 1 billion times more expensive than the Stasi. U.S. agency would need a facility the size of Europe to store physical copies of information it will hold. Yes, I don't know if you have heard about the NSA scandal recently, but yeah, the NSA is basically spying on you. Right now, as you watch me on your cable box, they are watching you. Verizon admits they have a microphone and a camera in your cable box. And Yahoo admits it too. They claim it's for advertisement, but yeah, NSA data mines it, and they have a file on you, a Google file on every single person. And I've talked about this a year ago. Okay, so Edward Snowden is the Paul Revere of today. Okay. He is a hero. He's saying today what I told you a year ago, okay? But the only thing is that he worked with the NSA, so he's more credible. All right. Let's move on to my next article from the tablet here. West Virginia using seatbelt checkpoint to conduct illegal search and seizure. Oh my God. Yes, on Tuesday, July 2nd, the Berkeley Police Department conducted a seatbelt checkpoint which yielded 0 citations for the seatbelt violations. But they got 96 grams of marijuana, cocaine, and $1,500 in cash. Yes, they had drug-sniffing canine dogs at this seatbelt checkpoint. And basically, they celebrated the 4th of July by violating the 4th Amendment. Yes, the 4th Amendment is basically the right to not search and seize my shit without a warrant. Excuse my language. It's just very upsetting. Very, 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 very upsetting when on the anniversary of our great nation, we have to go through all these security checkpoints. And then, you can't bring your damn cooler to the park. You can't bring a tent, a bag, any alcoholic beverages, whatever you want. You got to go through these checkpoints. And Benjamin Franklin once said, those who, what was it? Oh, jeez. What was it, son? Those who trade their liberty for security will get and deserve neither. That's it. I tell you. Anyway, next article. We got some more tyrannical police here. Nevada police face rare Third Amendment lawsuit for forced commandeering homes. Yes, Nevada, which is Senator Harry Reid is the senator of that state, that scumbag. Don't worry, he'll be put on trial and hopefully, the proper judgment. Anyway, these police in Nevada commandeered a home to spy on a neighbor. And basically, the person whose home they wanted to commandeer said, no, sir. No, I do not want you to use my home. I want to live as a normal American and, move on with my daily life as I do. And the police basically raided his home with a SWAT team and raided his father's home, which is also down the road. And, no charges were filed. But, they wanted to show him, basically, who was the slave and basically that they're gods. So if you don't bow down to the authority, basically, they will come and lock down your whole neighborhood. Like this next article, also in Nevada. Yes, lockdown neighborhood after shots fired into air on July 4th. Police in Las Vegas, Nevada sent in a SWAT team and locked down an entire neighborhood in response to somebody firing shots into the air. A common occurrence on July 4th. Of course this is a common occurrence. What did I just talk about? Our forefathers saying celebratory gunfire should be heard from every coast on the land. Or I'm just paraphrasing there, but you know what I meant. You know what they wanted. They wanted our Second Amendment, which is most important, because without the Second Amendment, we put our nation in danger. We need to bring our troops home, first of all, and have them here. And actually, every American citizen should be armed and know how to make guns legally. What's the website you can search? Now I'm getting records and mugshots. Oh boy. I'm getting text messages here. You would have to pay for that. But basically, you can go on the internet and get anybody's criminal info. Somebody's asking me because I am an investigative reporter, of course. Anyway, I am lost now. Let's move on to this next articles. Commercials. This is from Infowars.com. Paul Joseph Watson. Commercials to be broadcast directly into consumers' heads. Oh, yes. Suddenly a voice inside their head is talking to you, or them. A company in Germany has developed technology that will allow commercials and other announcements to be broadcast directly into train passengers' heads when they lean against the window. Oh, wow. This is so Orwellian. I love it. I want to be so brainwashed with your messages in my head. Now when you go on your little train, you try to fall asleep, you're getting these subliminals in your head. Oh, what a psyop is that? That's such wonderful news. Anyway, moving on to my next article. Oh, boy. This is a mess here. Why don't we go to that video from Adam Kokesh? The title is called Adam Kokesh Has Done It. Adam Kokesh is the man who said he was going to hold a march in Washington, D.C. The march did not go through because to have maybe 3,000 armed people march to the White House, they would definitely start a civil war. So what he did was he showed up anyway by himself and ceremoniously took his shotgun, loaded it, racked it, and did what every American should be able to do, is walk around armed to be able to protect yourself. So let's go to this clip and show the world.
We will not be silent. We will not obey. We will not allow our government to destroy our humanity. We are the final American Revolution. See you next Independence Day.
There you go. Bravo, bravo, Mr. Adam Kokesh. Bravo. That guy has guts, I tell you. They're going to come after him, charge him with 4 felonies probably. But he should fight it because the Supreme Court actually ruled in, I believe, that their 1975 ruling, whatever, basically is unconstitutional. And you have the right to have a gun in your home to protect yourself. You have the right to own a gun in the District of Columbia. What do you think about the little guns, little Obama Jr.? Get over here. Obama Jr., what do you think about guns?
They're awesome.
They're awesome. How many toy guns do you own? You don't know?
10.
When you grow up, are you going to own any guns?
Maybe.
Maybe. Oh, you're supposed to say, I'm going to own a dozen. Tell Obama to restore the Second Amendment.
Restore the Second Amendment.
That's right. What do you think about the Second Amendment? What is the Second Amendment?
The right to bear arms.
That's right. That's your right. You know that, right?
What?
As an American citizen, it is your right to bear arms, little man. And when you grow old enough, you will take gun safety courses, and you will learn how to use these guns safely to protect yourself and your family and your land and your nation. Because what is the answer to 1984?
1776.
That's right. That's why we celebrated the 4th of July. All right. That's enough for Obama Jr. Say bye.
Bye.
All right. We got Obama Jr. there. Yeah, that kid's a crack up. Anyway, so yes, it is our God-given right to walk around wherever we want armed. And Mayor Bloomberg is a most tyrannical son of a bitch, let me tell you. Because basically, if you want to walk around with a gun in this city, you got to pay that man $30,000. If you want to carry it in your home, you got to pay him $1,000. Shotgun is a little more cheaper, about $300, but then you got to buy the shotgun, so whatever. All right, let's move on to my next article. This is from Steve Watson at prisonplanet.com. Park rules. Sign summarizes sorry state of freedom on Independence Day. Many Americans see no point in celebrating anything. A picture of a 4th of July Park Rules sign was posted on the internet perfectly sums up the sorry state of freedom in the nation as Americans celebrate their Independence Day. I'll read them for you. Number 1, no generators, propane grills. Yes, those are dangerous. No tents or shelters. Yes, those can be used by Al-Qaeda, which basically the United States runs Al-Qaeda on record. But yes, the tents can be used by Al-Qaeda. Number 3, police will be conducting searches of bags and coolers for reasons of public safety, because they all know us red-blooded Americans who celebrate our 4th of July are all Al-Qaeda. Basically, no alcoholic beverages at any time, even though the founders and the forefathers, especially George Washington, had his own moonshine stills running, his own whiskey stills companies. Yes, he's the godfather of whiskey, basically. Nobody knows that. And hemp and all that good stuff. But, we seem to forget our American heritage, our American history. Anyway, I'm digressing. Number 4, no alcoholic beverages. I think I said that. Number 5, no personal fireworks, including novelty fireworks and sparklers. No sparklers? That sounds like Bloomberg. You can't have a damn sparkler? Come on. And, you know, I would expect more phone calls, but it is a lovely day, so I understand. Watch the replay on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, Live Free or Die, MNN. Anyway, number 6. No dogs or pets allowed all day. You can't even bring your damn dog to the park to celebrate. What if you have no children and all you got is your little dog Spot and he weighs about a pound? And you can't bring your little dog to the park to see the fireworks? Hey, you never know. He could have a bomb in his little dog rectum there. Who knows? Anyway, number 7, state park, basketball courts, tennis courts, and Kids Cove will be closed at 7. And and this is the best part, the entire park is under video surveillance. Yes, your 4th Amendment has totally been disgraced. So to basically solve that remedy, I will go to this next article by Mike Adams, and it is 11 revolutionary ways to celebrate your independence from the system of this 4th of July. So you got to celebrate your independence away from the system, get away from the mainstream. And the number 1 way to celebrate independence is from the lying mainstream scumbag dinosaur dying media. Yes, turn off your TV and stop watching CNN and Fox and MSNBC and go on to websites like Breitbart.com, DrudgeReport.com, what else? Infowars.com, NaturalNews.com. Do you know any good websites there? Probably not supposed to say. But anyway, all these websites I go to because they are alternative news websites. All right, number 2, I digressed again. Number 2, your second way to celebrate your independence away from the system. Independence from the for-profit sick care system. Basically, want real freedom? Stay out of hospitals and cancer clinics. Eat a diet that you know is good for you. Fresh fruits, vegetables, and organic produce. Superfoods and vitamin Ds. And basically your 90 essential vitamins, as Dr. Joel Wallach says. That's all you need because our foods are so depleted because the soil is so whatever. You need to supplement. Just make sure you are not supplementing with the synthetic or GMO products. Number 3, independence from the corporate monopolized global food system. Yes. Number 4, independence from government run public schools. Indoctrinate your children. Yes, take your kids out of public schools, especially if they do not say the Pledge of Allegiance in the morning. Pull your kid out of that damn school. Looks like we have a phone call. Let's go for it. Caller, you are on the air. Hello, caller. All right, I guess you got shy. We don't screen calls here. If you see them pop up, just throw them on. Don't worry about it. So call up. We're not going to screen your call. Call up and say whatever you want. There he goes again. Just throw them on. Caller. Caller, you're on the air. Hurry up. You got about a minute, so go.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, how you doing?
All right, brother.
Yeah. So who was playing the Obama right there?
You want to see little Obama? Little Obama, come on, get over here. This is little Obama.
Yeah, brother. Oh.
No, this is Obama's illegitimate son from Africa. I picked him up when he went to Africa about 7 years ago. He had a child with his cousin Odinga, whatever. But yeah. Anything else on your mind, sir?
You heard about the Egypt unrest in Egypt?
Yes, we're gonna play that. We're gonna play that video. As a matter of fact, let me let you go. We'll take this next phone call. I appreciate the call, and then we're gonna play that video from Egypt.
Okay.
All right, brother. I'm sorry, but we're running out of time. Go ahead. Go to the next call. Appreciate the call. Caller, you're on the air.
Yo, dude.
Little Obama, come here.
Yo, dude, you hear me?
Nah, little Obama hears you. I appreciate the call. Hang up on this fool. I don't like people who don't know how to speak on TV. All right, let's go to the video of the 4th of July in Egypt before the show ends. Thank you, Steve, for mentioning that. Without you, I would have brain farted it. This is basically what happens when 14 million people... Actually, go ahead. This is basically what happens, when 14 million people hit the streets. Okay? It forces a coup d'etat. It forces the president to step down. If that happens here, that would make Occupy look like an ant. Okay? And that is basically coming to a city in the U.S. near you. Prepare for this, people. Prepare. Because what is going on in this world when the New World Order is just sickening. They are sickening. And this is true independence. Okay, right here. When we, the people, take to the streets, we, the people, have the power, you see. 14 million people hit the street, and 14 million people sent the message. So, you know, just go to those websites, keep fighting, keep doing what you're supposed to be doing. Let's take this last phone call. Hopefully it's for a little Obama Jr. there. All right, caller, really quick, sir.
Yes. Do you know a plane just went down from San Francisco right now?
No, that's news to me. Did they say how it went down? Well, thanks for the news. There you go. Appreciate the call. We're good there. All right, last article because we are almost out of time. This comes from my friend, good self me, at listmy5.com. Senators that USA should shame. These are the top 5 senators that you should shame because they gave up your Second Amendment right to the United Nations and those, Constitution burning scumbags. Senator number 1 is Senator Murray, is a Democrat from the state of Washington. Senator number 2 is Senator Nelson from Florida. Senator number 3 is Senator Reed from Rhode Island, R-E-E-D. Also, another senator named Reed from Nevada, yes, he voted in favor of the United Nations and against the Americans and their Second Amendment. And last but not least, Rockefeller from West Virginia. That scumbag also voted against your Second Amendment. So let's one day hope to put all these scumbags on trial for treason and hopefully execute them if they are found guilty. God bless America. God save the Constitution. And if you have received this transmission, then you are the resistance. To Africa 7 years ago, I found his illegitimate son, Obama Jr. He had sex with a black woman out there. Hey, come on in. Let's bring in Obama Jr. Say hello, Obama Jr.
Hello.
Are you glad to be in America, son, Obama son?
Yes.
All right. And what do you think about your father, Obama?
Well, he's a scumbag.
You think your father's a scumbag? Why is that? Because he didn't bring you into the country and I had to? What do you want your father, Obama, to uphold and defend?
I want him to uphold and defend the Constitution.
That's right. And restore the Constitution. That's right. All right, before you go, little Obama, we are definitely training for civil unrest in this country. And as you can see through these photos, the North Carolina National Guard is prepared. During a rapid reaction force exercise, the Franklin Water Treatment Plant on June 13th. This exercise took place. Also in Charlotte, North Carolina, it took place as well. So they basically, with the Boston bombing and everything else, want to acclimate you to the presence of military being on the street, even though it's a violation of the Posse Comitatus Act. And also, what our forefathers said, Thomas Jefferson, we should not have a standing army in our nation, occupying our nation, only to defend our nation, not to occupy its own streets. Good evening, my friends. We are live. This is Live Free or Die, and I'm your host, King Eli. Today is July 6th in the year of our Lord 2013, Saturday, where you can watch me every Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on the Manhattan Neighborhood Network, mnn.org. All right, and here we cover the alternative news. No news like you will hear on the mainstream scumbag affiliates like Fox, NBC, you know. Anyway, with that, let's get started. We're going to go with my first article right here. And this is going to be from Infowars.com. I'm going to show you the article and a bunch of photos. The title of this article is called North Carolina National Guard Rapid Reaction Force Civil Unrest Training Photos. And here you see the, basically, they're acclimating us for the military to be hitting the streets sometime soon. And here they're doing a drill or an exercise where they're fighting this group called the Pink Panthers, no less. I don't know why they would be called the Pink Panthers, but anyway. Maybe the Black Panthers, or maybe some Tea Party guys. That's why we have sheriffs and constables and the police department. But they're basically trying to militarize our local police forces, and through NATO and the United Nations, they are truly trying to take over our country. And it's okay for these guys to walk around with AK-47s and the police, but when the people, like Obama said, when the people should want to walk around with an AK-47, then they should not do that, because we have no Second Amendment. But yeah, that's there you go, getting acclimated there, Mr. Obama. He's a tyrant. As a matter of fact, I retrieved somebody from Africa when Obama went